We begin our third class in introducing the Orthodox Church with a study of the 20th century. We're going to take a look at Orthodox Christianity today. And there are about 140 million Orthodox Christians worldwide. And these fall into basically 5 groups. The first group is the Mediterranean. Constantinople, known as Istanbul in Turkey, Alexandria in Egypt, Antioch, and Jerusalem in the Near East. That's the first group. The second group, Greece and Cyprus, who still have a church that is similar to Byzantium, a national church. In Eastern Europe, we would include also Asia, Russia, Serbia, Romania, Bulgaria, Georgia, Poland, Albania, and Czechoslovakia, and these make up 85% of the total Orthodox Christian population in the world. And then what we call the diaspora, that is those immigrants who have moved into the Western world from the East, and converts in the West, in North and South America and Australia. And then finally, what we term as missionary movements in East Africa, Japan, China, Korea, and elsewhere. The Patriarch of Constantinople is Bartholomew I, who's the ecumenical patriarch and Archbishop of Constantinople and New Rome. His jurisdiction is Turkey, parts of Greece, that is Crete and the Dodecanese, Mount Athos, North and South America, Australia and New Zealand, Southeast Asia, and the diaspora. So his territory is literally worldwide. His see was founded by Andrew the Apostle, the first called brother of St. Peter. And he is the spiritual father to 6 million faithful, 1/2 in North America, including the Greek Orthodox Archdiocese to which we belong here in St. Catherine. I would like to speak to you for a moment about, in the 20th century, what we call the decline. There has been a decline in the Orthodox population in Turkey in the 20th century from 2 million at the turn of the century, 250,000 in Istanbul, to only 2,500 today. There was a war in which the Greek army suffered defeat in 1922 with the Turks, and many Greeks were massacred in Smyrna. At the Treaty of Lausanne, 1923, there was an exchange of populations. The Orthodox Christians were expelled to Greece from Turkey, and many died en route or became refugees. In the 1950s, Greeks who were allowed to remain in Istanbul suffered riots. 60 to 80 churches were sacked, and there was rape and murder. Many of the Greeks fled, and the Turkish government did nothing to intervene. And this is why the population has dwindled. In the 1990s, from 3,000 to 4,000, mostly elderly and poor, to the 21st century today of 2,500. The printing presses were shut down, and the Halki Theological School was closed. Certainly, Constantinople is a far cry from the glory days of Byzantium, but it is what we like to say, a bright light that still shines today. One of the key figures to occupy the ecumenical patriarchate was the Patriarch Athenagoras, 1948 to 1972. We have a bust of him in our courtyard, so if you're ever touring our inner courtyard during the day, you can see a bust of the Patriarch. He was an archbishop in America before he became the ecumenical patriarch. He was known as a bold visionary and known for his promotion of worldwide Christian unity. In January 1964, he met and embraced Pope John Paul in Jerusalem. And this was the first face-to-face meeting of the Pope and the Patriarch of Constantinople since the Council of Florence in 1438-39. In December 1965, the anathemas of 1054 were revoked in Rome and in Constantinople. This was a symbolic gesture and did not reestablish full communion. However, it was the beginning of a joint international conference of canonical bishops, all of the American bishops. We are sending out missionary teams from America to Alaska, 3 different teams to Alaska, Albania, Ethiopia, Guatemala, India, Kenya, Romania, Tanzania, and Uganda. So the American Orthodox Church is involved very much in world mission under our Archbishop Demetrius. And I want to mention again Metropolitan Anastasios of Albania. I had the pleasure of meeting him in Portland when he was a missionary in Uganda and Tanzania and Kenya. And his love for Christ and his love for people and his fervor to spread the gospel was just incredible. His humility and love just would come from his being. And I truly believe that he is a living saint. Our church at St. Catherine is under our Metropolitan Gerasimos, who was recently installed into the office of our metropolis, which covers the states of Alaska, Hawaii, Washington, Oregon, California, Nevada, including Las Vegas, so you can have fun as a Greek Orthodox, and Arizona, where you go to the monastery after you went to Las Vegas to confess. And we have within our metropolis a commission on missions and evangelism. And so we still are active in planting new churches in these regions today. And my predecessor, Father Theodore Dorrance, left this church and started a little missionary parish in Portland, Oregon. There was one mother church there, and he started another church with about 5 families, and they have 150 families today, 9 years later. And so we still are active in planting churches, and this class is outgrowth of a department established by our Archbishop Demetrius under the Missions and Outreach and Evangelism Department of the Archdiocese to express to our communities in which we are planted our faith so that we can get to know each other better. And so, my beloved, that concludes our presentation this evening on the 20th century, and I look forward to our class next week.
Ke katartis en aftin, in efitefsen, idexiasu.